So today we shall start in semester third microwave. This is unit third based on radar, and in this first video we will have a introduction and elementary concept about the radar. We all are familiar with the microwaves whose frequency is from 1 gigahertz to 300 gigahertz, and you know that beyond audio waves all are electromagnetic wave having electric and magnetic vector which are perpendicular to each other. The microwave have several interesting and unique features not found in other portion of the electromagnetic frequency spectrum. These features make microwave uniquely suitable for several useful applications. Since the wavelength are small, therefore the phase varies rapidly with the distance in the guided media. Therefore, the technique of circuit analysis and design, measurement of power generation and amplification at these frequencies are different from those at the lower frequency. Analysis based on Kirchhoff laws and Ohm's law concept are not easily possible for describing the circuit behavior at microwave frequency. Therefore, it becomes very necessary to analyze the circuit or the components in terms of electric and magnetic field associated with it. For this reason, microwave engineering is also said to be the applied electromagnetic. After Maxwell field equations, Marconi and Hertz proved the Maxwell theory of RF signal being an electromagnetic wave, and it travels with the velocity of light. J.C. Bose, Indian scientist, developed a circuit for generating microwave power, and he developed horn antenna, polarizer and detector of RF signal, which is used even today. It is a matter of great pride for us. Slow but steady development in this area of the transmission line, transmitter, etc. continued till 1930, but thereafter it got accelerated. The origin of microwave propagation through waveguide was from the success of Dr. Southworth from the USA, when he was able to transmit system through metal pipe of 4-inch diameter. Thereafter, klystron, magnetron and radar. Radar in 1940 by Henry Tizard, ferrite device, traveling wave tubes, solid state microwave source. Now, Application of microwave has entered all the segment of communication, telemetry control, industry, domestic, even in health, cancer, radio astronomy, satellite communication. Long distance line propagation through ionosphere with low attenuation is possible by using microwave in communication. Microwave band is widely used for communication in cell phone, in telephone network, TV broadcast, police, railway, defense services, etc. It is also used in radar, capable of detecting and locating planes, ships, missile, and other moving object within its range. Other radar type applications include air traffic control, vehicle speed detector by traffic police in radar system, power radiated from a tower antenna and gain of receiving antenna for signal reflected from the target are very high, and the power radiated and this one gain is being proportional to the square of the frequency. The high power transmitting operating at gigahertz frequency range produce large reflection, enabling the radar system to detect the angle and distance of the target with good quality in every kind of weather condition. Some radar are designed to even detect the presence of all targets. Radar basically is an electromagnetic system for the detection and location of object. It operates by transmitting a particular type of waveform, a pulse modulated sine wave for example, and detect the nature of echo signal. The radar is used to extend the capability of one sense for observing the environment, especially the sense of vision. The value of radar lies not in being a substitute for the eye, but in doing what the eye cannot do. Radar cannot resolve detail as well as the eye. Is it capable of recognizing the color of object to the degree of sophistication of which eye is capable? However, radar can be designed to see through these conditions, impervious to the normal human vision, such as darkness, fog, rain, snow. In addition, radar has the advantage of being able to measure the distance or range to the object. This is probably its most important attribute. An elementary form of radar consists of a transmitting antenna emitting electromagnetic radiation generated by an oscillator of some sort, a receiving antenna, and an energy detecting device or receiver. A portion of the transmitting signal is intercepted by a reflected object, that is target, and is re-radiated in all directions. It is energy re-radiates in the back direction that is of the prime interest to the radar. The receiving antenna collect the return energy and deliver it to receiver, where it is processed to detect the presence of the target and to extract its location and relative velocity. The distance to the target is determined by measuring the time taken for the radar signal to travel to the target and back. The direction of the angular position of the target may be determined from the direction of arrival of the reflected waveform. The usual method of measuring the direction of arrivals is with the narrow antenna beam. If relative motion exists between the target and radar, the shift in the carrier frequency of the reflected wave, which is said to be the Doppler effect, is a measure of target relative, that is radial velocity, and it may be used to recognize moving target from the stationary object. In radar, which continuously track the movement of a target, a continuous indication of the rate of the change of target position is also available. The name radar reflects the emphasis placed by the early experiments on a device to detect the presence of target and measure its range. Radar is a contraction of the word radio detection and ranging. It was first developed as a detection device to warn of the approach of hostile aircraft and for the directing anti-craft weapon. Although a well-designed modern radar can usually extract more information from the target signal than merely range. The measurement of range is still one of the radar most important function. There seems to be no other competitive technique which can measure range as well as or as rapidly as a radar. What is range now? The most common radar waveform is a train of narrow rectangular shape pulse modulating a sine wave carrier. The distance or range to the target is determined by measuring the time Tr taken by the pulse to travel to the target and return. Since electromagnetic energy propagates at the speed of light, therefore the range is R CTR by 2. In this expression, factor 2 appear in the denominator because of the two-way propagation of the radar. With the range in kilometer or nautical miles, TR is expressed as written here. Once the transmitted pulse is emitted by radar, a sufficient length of time must elapse to allow any echo signal to return and be detected from the next pulse by transmitted. Therefore, the rate at which the pulse may be transmitted is determined by the longest range at which targets are expected. If the pulse repetition frequency is too high, echo signal from some target might arrive after the transmission of the next pulse and ambiguities in measuring range might result. Echoes that arrive after the transmission of the next pulse are called second time around or multiple time around echoes. Such an echoes would appear to be a much shorter range than the actual, and it could be misleading if it were not known to be a second time around echo. The range beyond which target appear as second time around echoes is called maximum ambiguous range, and it is written like this, where FP is pulse repetition frequency and TP pulse repetition period, and same relation TP is equals to 1 by FP. I have plotted a graph of maximum ambiguous range as a function of the pulse repetition frequency as it is shown. And in second graph, power and time we have plotted. If the radar could detect a signal of 10 power minus 12 watt, the echo would be 180 dB below the level of signal that was transmitted. A short duration pulse waveform is attractive since the strong transmitter signal is not radiating when the weak echo signal is being received. Although the typical radar transmitting a simple pulse modulated waveform, there are a number of other suitable modulation that might be used. The pulse carrier might be frequency or phase modulated to permit the echo signal to be compressed in time after reception. This achieves the benefit of high range resolution without the need to restore to a short pulse. The technique of using long modulated pulse to obtain the resolution of short pulse but with the energy of a long pulse is known as pulse compression. Continuous waveform CW also can be used for tracking advantage of the Doppler frequency shift to separate the received echo from the transmitted signal and the echo from stationary clutter. Unmodulated CW waveform do not measure range, but a range measurement can be made by applying either frequency or phase modulation. By applying frequency or phase modulation, range measurement can be done. So this is all what a very introductory idea about the radar. Now we will have basic circuit and simple equations for the radar tomorrow. Thank you.